Hey guys, welcome back. So I have another thing to unbox, and the box is really big. I'm gonna sit behind it so you can just kind of see. It's a big box, and I know it's in here, but I don't know exactly what form it's gonna take. So let's open it, do the reveal here. I'm gonna actually do a little cover up here just in case. Try to avoid people seeing my address. That's good. All right, so here we go to open this. Now typically I have some kind of pocket knife on me, but I don't have one today. For some reason I can't find any of them. So I'm using one of my razors. This is by a company called Olfa, O-L-F-A. It's a Japanese company, and I get these at like Home Depot or Lowe's. These have been my favorite razors. I started getting these for doing foam fabrication, and the blades last a really long time. So that is a good thing. But anyway, that's just a little side note, not to get too distracted from what we gotta do here. But yeah, Ultra blades are good. So, all right, layer number one is open. There's a lot of paper in here. This end up. So I got another box inside a box. You see, it's pretty heavy. Alright, so this giant box, I don't know what I'm going to do with this. Maybe I could use this as a table. Whoa, there's more stuff in here. Look at this. There's another thing in here, in this box. I'm glad I opened that. So that goes there. Cool. I don't know if there's anything else. I'll save this stuff just in case. We'll find out in a minute. So paper back in this box. Take this off to the side here. And got my name on the top. More paper. So the top says this end up. Gordon. Now, this is from, look, it's my name again, right there. Gordon. This is from Regal Robot. And it's something that I worked on for a long time with them. Oh my gosh. We got a Regal Robot little booklet here. Oh my gosh. Hey, let me see. So this is, oh my gosh. This is really cool. I didn't know if it was going to come with this. I'll open this in a second, but this is really, really cool. Alright, lots of paper. Lots of paper. Lots of paper. More paper. Oh my god. That is awesome. Alright. More paper. Alright. Yeah, I've got a bubble wrapped item in here with like a cool foam insert. I'm trying to do this gently. Let's see. Oh my gosh, this is really cool. Okay, so I'll talk about this in a second. Let me get this guy out. Holy cow, so cool. There's some bonus bits in here, which we'll get to in a second. Got everything. Don't know. I'm going to save all of this stuff because that will probably come in handy later. Because this is going to have to go back in the box today. So this is open, slowly here. Try to get this a little closer to the camera. What I'll do is I'll flip this box up on its side. So we can do this. Let's look. And you guys can see what this is. Wow. Okay. This is cooler than I expected, and I'll explain why in a second. This is the Regal Robot Rancor. Sorry it took me so long to get to the point, but holy cow. It is so cool. Oh my gosh. All right. Oh my god, I am very excited. So you'll see he's missing a hand. His other hand is in here. And he's got some pegs that go into the base, which I'll take out here in a second. Let me put them down gently on something soft. So there's a full base here. Let's see what I do with my razor. I put it over here. Try not to damage anything. Whoa. Wow. All right, really nice. It's got a base, got some felt. That is so cool. Very nice base. And this thing is weighty as all get out. So it pegs into the base. Carefully peg this in here. Hopefully not break anything. And this base is kind of like a museum quality setup. It's really cool. I want to not break this thing on camera. That would be, there it goes. Oh my gosh. Perfect fit. All right, so now this little I almost said box and then I tried to say bag and I messed it up. We have his little bracelet, which is awesome. A little chain all weathered up, and that'll go on there. And his other hand, it's so cool. So that's this little hand. And this goes on here like that. And there's a magnet. So I don't know if you can see that in the end here. There's a little magnet. There's a magnet inside the hand. And these pieces just key together just like that. And that way they can ship it in the box. Oh my gosh, it's cool. So, if you haven't been on here before and heard me talk about this, I worked on this for a Regal Robot for a very long time, like on and off for probably, you know, a year at least, like back and forth on little modifications and so forth. Okay, it's got a little earring. It's all made out of metal, just like the screen used one. So cool. Let me get this closer to the camera so we can look at it a little bit. Oops, I just took him right out of the base. But here he is in all his glory. So cool. All right, let me put him back in this stand here before I mess it up. There we go. So, like I was saying, I worked on the digital files for this for probably a year, maybe a little more, on and off, just trying to make sure that every little wrinkle and dot and dent and divot was all there, because we worked off of a scan of the real puppet, but the real puppet is kind of in bad shape. It's had some restoration done to it, but it's leaning in strange angles. It's posed really weird, and it can't be reposed as it is because it's too fragile. But after we scanned the puppet, we were able to repose it digitally. I reposed it digitally, and here it is. I think it's freaking cool. But there's so many little details that were either hidden under layers of paint because it was worked on back in the 90s before the Magic of Myth exhibit, and they repainted the whole thing and the colors are all not right anymore, so we had to reference all these old photos and go over a whole thing, like probably dozens of times, you know, making sure that every little wrinkle and crease and divot and everything was where they're supposed to be. And in the process, we discovered a lot of stuff. Like you'll see here, there's this weird green spot on the arm. That's on the real thing. When they filmed it, it had this weird green spot. It looked like they dripped some stuff when they were doing the bracelets or something. And there's little cuts and little red sores and stuff. Like up here, there's this little like you know, injury on this guy. all that stuff is on the real one. Now, earlier when I was mentioning I didn't know how this would come in, I wasn't sure if I was going to get a finished version of this. And in here, you can see that I've got a little plaque. Now, they only made 83 of these. There's only 83 of these, and they're very expensive. So for me to get one, it's pretty special. And I didn't know if I was going to get a finished one or not. They said they were going to send one to me, but I thought it might be just a casting, you know, maybe like an artist proof kind of thing. Oh my gosh. So it's got a plaque, which is signed by Phil Tippett. It's a real signature. It's not printed on. It's like in Sharpie or something. And that is awesome. Phil Tippett did all the signatures for these. He's got his little drool hanging out of his teeth here. So neat. But let me show you a comparison here, because when we first started this, right after we initially were trying to work out the pose to figure out what looked, you know, looked the coolest, more like, you know, as much like the movie as possible. We got a pose, and then we printed a really low res version. So this was just done on my Creality CR10 S5, and I printed in multiple pieces and put it together. And you can see scale is the same, much less detail on here, because at the time this I hadn't gone over and sharpened all the details yet. And you can see the tail is all kind of crazy. And on this one, the tail is fixed and looks like it does in the film. It's all correct. You can see this is all mangled, because on the one in the archives, this tail's all mangled up. There's just all kinds of stuff wrong. So this is like our test version here. And because I'm in Los Angeles and Regal Robot is in New York, we each printed one of those, that version, real early in the process, and went over and we could each look at it and make marks on it. And it's easier than dealing with a digital, you know, bunch of digital screenshots. But man, I'm very excited about this. So Tom, if you're watching, thank you so much. This is so cool. Yeah, so this is the Regal Robot 1-to-1 studio scale Rancor puppet replica. It's not a puppet, but it is 1-to-1 scale, same exact size as the one they used in the film for filming. It is so cool to see it all done. I looked at it so long in the computer. To see it here in person is freaking awesome. So very excited about this. I don't know where the hell I'm going to put it. My wife's going to kill me. But it is cool. It's quite large. But let's take one more look at the back from each other. Now, I painted this one a long time ago, just, you know, off of some crappy reference. But this one is actually much closer to the correct colors. This one is sort of closer to how it was painted for the exhibit back in the 90s. But sort of doesn't look as good. This looks way nicer, but so cool. So once I get some good display action going and set this up real nice, I'll probably take some photos and put them online somewhere. But so cool, so cool. It's been a long time waiting for this sucker to come in. And yeah, like I said, didn't know if I was getting artist proof, but this one is totally finished with a signature plaque. Very awesome. So this is one of 83. Very cool. Very, very cool. And unfortunately, there's none left. They're not making any more like this. So, but if you want a magnet of the Rancor head, we use the same scans, and I made one with the mouth closed. You can get it as a magnet on regalrobot.com. But yeah, figured I'd show this sucker off. It's very neat. Very neat. Let me pull it closer to the camera. Maybe you guys can see a little better. I'll probably break it right now. It's so cool. So cool. Whoa. I could do a thumbnail like this. There we go. Thumbnail view. All right, I wanted to get a little bit more footage of this in actual good, better lighting that looks more like the film. Because in the film, he's pretty much lit from above. And I realized in my video, he said, oh, ton of light just blowing everything out. But the detail looks so cool when the lighting looks like the film. It looks like the filming puppet because it's scanned from the filming puppet. So it's so freaking nice. Okay, totally stoked. Totally stoked. It is so cool. It is so cool. I can't get over it. I keep staring at it. Even though I worked on it for many, many months, it's just awesome to see it here in person, right in front of me. I love it. Oh my God. Anyway, that's it. I'm probably going to make like 5 more videos today with the same shirt on, so you'll see more of me like looking like this. But anyway, thanks for stopping by. I think you guys might want to see this thing. I'm so excited. Have fun, guys. I'm just going to keep saying the same thing over and over. Have fun. Later. Bye.